Leap of Faith is a Shudder original documentary with director William Friedkin that did The Exorcist, and lots of interesting facts about the production of the film, his background, how he got his start and everything in directing film. And this Blu-ray here from Shudder also includes an hour-and-a-half interview with him and the director of Leap of Faith. And yeah, it's definitely one to own, especially if you're a fan of The Exorcist. The Funhouse is a 1981 Tobe Hooper film. Of course, did Texas Chainsaw 1 and 2 and other films. It takes about 45 minutes to really get going on this one, but once it does, it stays pretty steady. The kills aren't anything over the top or extra gory or anything like that, but it is a pretty fun time after that 45-minute mark. Yeah, definitely check this one out if you get a chance. This is the Scream Factory edition with lots of cool features. Willys Wonderland. Enjoy Nicolas Cage going around for an hour and a half killing animatronic animals in a Chuck E. Cheese type place. And later on you get some other characters who literally drop in from the roof and make super bad decisions, like going and having sex in a room where people sacrificed themselves and became the killer animatronics. Lots of fun. Nicolas Cage doesn't say a single word in this movie, but check it out. Last gasp. You got Robert Patrick, of course, who played the T-1000 in T2, in a loincloth most of this movie, committing murders mainly by taking out the tendons of the victims first, as a soul of a Mexican Indian is transported over to him during a killing early on in the film, and he has to kind of feed what is inside of him now. Definitely check it out. Rush Week, a late 80s slasher with very little to no blood or gore, but all in all, this movie was still a lot of fun. I definitely recommend checking this one out. You're trying to guess who the killer is during Rush Week on this college campus. There's lots of nudity in here with women taking photos for money and things like that. A great release from Vinegar Syndrome as well. Definitely check this one out. Pledge Night is a 1990 film that's first half sex comedy, second half horror film. You get a guy who was killed during a hazing ritual gone wrong 20 years prior, comes back to life, and starts wreaking havoc on the current pledges and frat brothers at this fraternity. And yeah, some pretty interesting kills and things like that. Definitely one I overall recommend. It's a pretty fun time. Alright, Death Promise. This is the Vinegar Syndrome release. If you guys are interested in checking this out, you can pick this up or stream it free on Tubi. It's a crazy, over-the-top action, kung fu, karate type movie. Guy's father gets killed. He goes out seeking vengeance on the people responsible for his father's death. The action scenes, again, crazy and over the top. The second to last fight scene is just absolutely ridiculous, and I loved it. Alright, Cuffs stars a really young Christian Slater and Mila Jovovich, of course from the Resident Evil movies, and basically his brother, who runs a precinct, is killed and leaves him his precinct. He takes over his role. It's kind of not really a police station, it's a neighborhood watch type thing where the neighborhood pays them to protect the neighborhood. Pretty fun and entertaining movie, I say. Definitely check this out, especially if you're a Christian Slater fan. Island of Death, a crazy-ass movie about a couple who vacation on a honeymoon on this island in Greece and kill people because they believe they are committing sins. They have sex with them and things like that, then do brutal killings to these people on this island. Crazy, crazy-ass movie, especially the ending. Definitely recommend checking this out. Check out the release from Arrow. Tons of special features. Great stuff. Terrified is a Shudder original, and wow, this thing is creepy as hell. It's basically like three houses that are really close to each other where certain events take place. You have some people that go and investigate what happened to other people, some killings, some murders, things like that took place, and some disappearances. Very, very creepy film. Definitely check this out, especially if you have... What's up, guys? Just checked out The Headhunter from 2018. This is the 101 Filmz Blu-ray release. If you guys are over in the UK or you're here in the US and you're region free, pretty awesome movie. It's like a Viking loses his daughter. He's fighting monsters, things like that. Basically, he's after the head of the monster that killed his daughter. Looks amazing. Great cinematography. Great gore for what it is. And yeah, check it out. Alright, so just revisited Resonant Evil from 2002. This is the recent 4K release. Overall, it looks pretty good on the 4K. Could have been a little bit better, but yeah, after almost 20 years of this coming out, I will say it was still pretty fun overall. Good action scenes and things like that. Some of the CGI doesn't hold up real well, but I still recommend revisiting this one on 4K. Gleaming the Cube, late 80s Christian Slater skateboarding film. Basically, his brother is killed. He's got to figure out why he was killed and investigate a lot of other things along the way. Lots of skateboarding in here as well. Some good montages, things like that. You do get a very young Tony Hawk in here as well. But I love this movie. I grew up watching this movie, so definitely check it out if you get a chance to. Boss Level is a Hulu original film. It has Mel Gibson in it. He's not in it a whole lot until towards the end. It's pretty much a Groundhog Day, Happy Death Day type scenario. Guy wakes up every day. He ends up dying at the end of every day. Never gets through the whole thing. He has to figure out a way to survive and stop certain events from happening that could end the world. Very funny, very entertaining. Definitely check it out if you guys have Hulu.